Look, have you ever opened your bank app late at night, right before you go to sleep, and you're genuinely confused? You're thinking, I make decent money. I'm not buying anything crazy. I didn't go on vacation. I didn't buy a car. So why does it feel like your money just evaporated? It didn't disappear in one big dramatic purchase. It just leaked out, quietly, invisibly, month after month. And here's the scary part. Most people don't go broke from one bad decision. They go broke from invisible expenses they never notice until it's too late.
My name is Evan Wealth, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people who earn good money still feel broke. If you're someone who works hard, earns a paycheck, but somehow still feels behind financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're talking about the 4 invisible expenses that are quietly, slowly, and brutally destroying your ability to build wealth, and almost nobody is talking about them. And fair warning, once you see these, you can't unsee them. Here's the thing most people get wrong. When people think about expenses, they think about obvious stuff. Rent, groceries, gas, utilities. And yes, those matter. But those aren't the expenses that keep people poor. The real damage comes from expenses that don't feel painful, don't show up as one big number, feel normal, and are emotionally justified. These are the expenses that sneak past your brain's alarm system. So let's break them down, starting with the most dangerous one of all. Invisible expense number 1, lifestyle drift, the silent raise killer. This one is brutal because it feels deserved. You get a raise, you switch jobs, you start earning more, and you tell yourself, I'm finally doing better. So you upgrade. A slightly nicer apartment, a slightly newer phone, eating out a little more, a subscription or two you can afford now. Individually, none of these feel reckless, but collectively, they erase your entire raise. The math that hurts. Let's say you get a $6,000 raise. After taxes, that's maybe $4,200 per year, or $350 per month. Now watch how fast it disappears. $120 more on rent, $80 more on eating out, $50 more on car or transport upgrades, $40 more on subscriptions and convenience, $60 more on random treat-yourself spending. That's $350 gone. Your income went up, your wealth did not. Here's what most people don't realize. Lifestyle inflation doesn't just cost you money now, it costs you every future dollar that money could have become. If that $350 per month was invested at a modest 8% return for 30 years, that's over $525,000. $500,000 gone because your lifestyle quietly expanded. The psychology behind it. Your brain hates feeling like progress is invisible. Saving money feels boring. Spending money feels like proof you're moving up. So your brain rewards lifestyle upgrades even when your future self is screaming. Action step. Every time your income increases, do this. Automatically send at least 50% of the raise to savings or investments. Live on the rest. If you never see the money, you won't miss it. Invisible expense number 2, convenience spending, the time for money trap. Now this one is sneaky because it disguises itself as being efficient. Food delivery, ride sharing, express shipping, pre-cut food, premium apps, skip the line fees. None of these feel expensive until you add them up. The shocking stat. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household now spends over $3,500 per year on food away from home. And that number has more than doubled over the last few decades. But it's not just food. A study from McKinsey showed that consumers pay 20 to 60% more for convenience-based services compared to traditional alternatives. Real example. Let's say you order food delivery 3 times a week. Each order costs $15 more than cooking, fees plus tips plus markup. That's $45 per week, $180 per month, $2,160 per year. Invested over 25 years at 7%, that's over $140,000 from food delivery. Now, you might be thinking, but Evan, my time is valuable. Yes, it is. But here's the problem. Most people trade money for convenience without ever using the time they saved productively. They don't use it to earn more, they don't use it to build skills, they use it to scroll, so they lose money and time. This is where it gets really interesting. Convenience spending trains your brain to expect ease, and once your baseline comfort rises, going back feels like deprivation, even when it's financially smart. Action step. Pick one convenience expense to intentionally reduce. Limit delivery to once per week, batch errands, meal prep twice a week. Not forever, just enough to break the automatic habit. Invisible expense number 3. High interest, normal debt. This one doesn't feel like spending because it already happened. Credit cards, buy now, pay later, store financing, minimum payments. It feels manageable until you do the math. The credit card reality. The average credit card interest rate is now over 20%. That means a $5,000 balance with minimum payments can take over 20 years to pay off and cost more than $7,000 in interest. You borrowed $5,000. You paid back $12,000. Here's what most people don't realize. High interest debt doesn't just slow wealth building. It runs in the opposite direction. Vesting at 8% while paying 20% interest is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. The psychology trap. Debt feels less painful than spending because the pain is delayed, the purchase already happened, the monthly payment feels small. Your brain discounts future pain heavily. That's why debt is so dangerous. Action step. Do this immediately. List all debts by interest rate. Attack anything above 8 to 10% interest aggressively. Pause investing beyond employer match until high-interest debt is gone. This is math, not emotion. Invisible expense number 4. Decision fatigue and financial neglect. This is the one nobody talks about. The cost of not deciding, not switching insurance, not renegotiating bills, not checking fees, not optimizing taxes, not investing because you're still figuring it out. The hidden cost of inaction. According to the Department of Labor, the average worker who doesn't invest in a retirement account can lose hundreds of thousands of dollars over their lifetime compared to someone who starts just a few years earlier. Even a 5-year delay in investing can reduce your final portfolio by 30 to 40%, not because of bad investments, but because time is ruthless. Here's the analogy. Think of your money like a bar of soap. The more you ignore it, the more it quietly dissolves. No dramatic moment, no warning, just gone. Action step. Set one money admin day per quarter. Review subscriptions, check fees, adjust investments, increase contributions by 1%. Small maintenance prevents massive losses. So let's recap. The 4 invisible expenses destroying your wealth are lifestyle drift, convenience spending, high interest normal debt, and financial neglect. None of these feel dangerous. That's why they work. Look, building wealth isn't about being extreme. It's about being aware. Every dollar you control today is a worker that can build your future freedom. Every dollar you ignore quietly defects to someone else. So here's your challenge. Pick one invisible expense, reduce it by 10% this month, and redirect that money intentionally. That's how momentum starts. If this video helped you see your money differently, hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone who keeps saying, "I don't know where my money goes," because now you do. Wealth isn't lost in explosions, it's lost in leaks.